Hi everyone, my name is Heather and I'm the person behind Happy Puppy Truffles. Today I thought I'd show you guys how you can use an origami heart to make your very own Valentine's Day card. Now I thought we'd use some different kinds of materials here as we do this. I've got my card made here out of basil paper. That's a nice craft paper, and because the particular origami that we're using, this heart origami, already has a nice little pop to it, rather than making it like an actual pop-up card, I'm just going to have this in here in the middle and have it kind of like a little decorative origami that way. With it closed, when you open it up, it'll kind of pop out a little bit. And I thought it'd be cool to have it look like little things are kind of spilling out of this, because it has this nice little container feel to it here. So we can use some different techniques for doing that. So let me just tell you guys the dimensions of some of the things we're using here. For the card, for example, the finished card is 10 by 15 centimeters. So you want to start off with some paper that is 20 by 15. And that'll give you the finished piece here. And for that, again, I just use the basil paper. And then for my heart that I've made here out of taunt paper, I just used 15 by 15 centimeter paper for this. And that's for the heart, and then this above measurement is for the card itself. Now I thought I'd just show you guys some of the fun things that we've got here in Japan that I'm sure you guys have in your countries maybe as well, depending on the different kinds of craft tools that you might have there. But I find that the 100 yen store is always a great place to go to get some cool stuff. So I use my hole punch, which is from there. Usually these sell these in a set of like 4 or 5, I think. You can see it says Daiso on the back. And then I also have an embosser too that you can get, and this also has 4 or 5 different pieces to it. These always work better with thicker paper. If you use origami paper, they pinch weird. So the basil paper will work really good for that. So we'll have the we'll have the heart in the middle here, and then I thought we could do something with a couple of the embossings around the outside, and then maybe also use some this nice cute craft masking tape that's really popular right now in Japan, at least. There's literally thousands, I think, of patterns for this kind of stuff. And I actually bought this at Costco, and I think it's probably from the States, and it was in a massive pack of like 15 or 20. But it's a cute little simple kind of pattern here with the hearts kind of running along in a row. So I was going to use that just as an accent on the outside of the card. I'm not going to be writing anything on the card, just kind of keeping it more in the artsy way of things. So I thought before we do anything with the decoration on the inside of the heart, we can work on the outside part here. So I thought it would just look best to first put this, because of the difficulty with using this pattern with this particular embossing machine, because it's only 100 yen. You can't expect greatness, right? You can't really do stuff backwards because the tab thingies don't turn around. They're set to be in this position. So the most I can hope for probably is to get one right down here on the bottom. And so I'm just going to try to kind of line things up here so that I can get a nice little space there for this, and then keep my fingers crossed that everything goes well. I always get so nervous doing this, because if you screw up, you're over, but I'll try to do this here. And of course you can either keep things flat on your table when you do this, but there, we get a cute little embossed little heart there. And then I'm just going to go ahead and run some of this tape right across the top. And of course with this, it always works good to kind of overshoot what you're doing here a little bit. And then trim things off with some scissors when you're done. So a really subtle kind of effect, because my paper and the tape is almost the same tone, and then just the cute little embossing down here at the bottom. And then if you wanted to write something here, you could, or you can just leave it plain. But then what I thought would be fun is here on the inside we can have our little heart glued down here. And I kind of want to keep it right in the center, of course, of the card, and a little on the low side, because I'm going to try to have some things kind of popping out of it here. And we want to make sure, of course, that when everything closes, it doesn't stick up weird in any way. But, and I'll have the link here, so if you guys need to be reminded of how to make this heart origami, you'll know where to go for that. But I'll get some glue here on the back. And we'll kind of get this set here. Try to shoot for the center as much as we can, but the lower part there. So I've got that little heart there, and then I thought it'd be kind of cute to have things kind of popping out of here a little bit if I could. So I'm going to take another shade that's a little lighter than the heart, but a little darker than my background here, and use my 100 yen store hole punchers here that you can get. And these usually come in a pack of 4 or 5, and you get 100 of them. It's only 100 yen, obviously, for it. And it's just a simple, cheap, easy little hole punch. But we can get one of these little hearts here, and then take a little bit of fishing wire. And fishing wire is always a fun thing to use because it's got a nice little bounce to it. And we can also use it to kind of create a clear sort of thing kind of spewing out of the middle here if we can. And I'm going to connect this to here with some rhinestones, and these rhinestones were from the 100 yen store as well. So I'll get one of these out, and they have a really nice sticky back to them, so I'm just going to go ahead and put this part there first and then glue this. And you can choose kind of which way, like I've got this one going to the left a little. So get that on there really good and give it a good push. So I've got this nice little heart that can then pop out from the middle. I'm just going to make a few of these so that I can kind of connect them all together and then kind of secure them with some double-sided tape right back in that very backmost pocket of that little heart that we've got. So I'll make a couple more of these and then we'll put them all together here. So I've got all of these together now, and I'm just going to kind of try my best to get these at a different angle here. Try to change the depth of stuff a little bit. I think actually just using 3 is going to be pretty good here. You want to make sure that they're all going the right way, of course. And then we can kind of connect everything. I did 5, but I'm just going to do 3 actually, because I want to make sure I get a good angle. You could kind of judge and guess how far down you want to go there. I'm just going to use a little bit of tape to kind of secure this off. I just want to connect everything for a second. Just use some of the masking tape because it's lying around, but you can really use anything. And then I'm just going to use double-sided tape to kind of make sure I get it the way I want. Let's see here. Make sure I get a good angle of this. Make sure I've got the tape out of sight if I can. And then I can go ahead and trim off the excess there. And then just take a little bit of double-sided tape. And again, this is some stuff, of course, that you can get lots of places. This is also from the 100 yen store here. And I'm just going to pick a nice, you want to give yourself a little bit of space to work with this. You don't want it to be too big because it does need to fit right through here. So I can kind of get it going here on that part that I've got. And then I'm just going to go ahead and first get it back here where it needs to be. And you certainly could have decided to do this part before putting it in here, but I think it helps to have it placed because then you can kind of play around with how much space you have. And I'm kind of running into this tail part being too big, so I'll cut that off. And we'll just have this part to deal with. The area you're sticking into is not that deep, so there we go. That's going to work out, so I'm just going to go ahead and first put that in there. And then to finish things off, I can go ahead and peel off that top part of glue so that this part will get secure, of tape, excuse me, so that this part will get secured. So you can get that removed and then just have that all kind of come. So push down and you kind of get something then that comes together like this. And that's sort of the finished card. And if you get everything kind of laying down right in there when you close things off, everything should stay hidden inside fairly well. And then when people open it, they get this nice little kind of pop out of hearts and charms on either side there. So just kind of one kind of fun little thing to think about for a Valentine's Day card idea, and then you can have like Happy Valentine's Day written up there. Yeah, just one of many different things you can use origami to make some fun kind of crafts and greetings for the Valentine's Day holiday coming up. And I'll have some more fun stuff to share with you guys in the day to come. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.